After a miserly, drizzly start to this morning, when it's been very mild and very still, we've come up to walk along Mam Tor, and the wind has got up and the clouds are lifting, and it looks as if it's going to be a wonderful walk. Legend has it that Mam Tor, or Mother Hill, gave birth to a series of mini hills that now gather round her feet. A sweet and charming explanation for the peak's name. For a more scientific explanation, you need to understand Mam Tor's geology. The mini hills found on the southeastern face of the hill are formed by landslides that have occurred because of the mountain's unstable geological makeup. The lower layers of shale underlying the sandstone are prone to slip, particularly after heavy rain. The 1,696-foot hill is also aptly named the Shivering Mountain. We're at Holland's Cross, where we can see wonderful panoramic views all around after having walked down from Mam Tor. It's a very good path. They've been laying these great slabs of rock on the path, and but it seemed to have gone on forever walking down from Mam Tor, and now we're hoping to go back around the bottom of it and up to the car park. We've just walked down the very muddy, steep path from Holland's Cross, and we're in the lee of Mam Tor, so it's quite sheltered, and now we've got to find our way back up to the car park. We're walking up the original main road from Chapel and Lafrith to Castleton, which was built to avoid that very steep road down the Windlatters Pass. In 1819, the Sheffield Turnpike Company constructed the A625 between Sheffield and Chapel on Lafrith. A section of the road wound its way down the lower slopes of Mam Tor, traversing the path of the landslip in two places. It was a confident and determined choice of routing, or an arrogant and foolhardy one. For the next 160 years or so, a constant battle ensued between man and nature. The road repeatedly damaged, repaired, destroyed, reconstructed and destroyed again, with layers of tarmac and gravel extending to nearly 7 feet in places. In 1977, when there was yet another landslide, the road had to be reduced to single-lane traffic. Finally, in 1979, the engineers sensibly surrendered to Mam Tor, Mother Hill, and indeed Mother Nature was not to be messed with. Mam Tor Road was closed for good, the traffic rerouted to the more stable Winnett's Pass. Today, the broken road is enjoyed by walkers who marvel at the great drops and cracks in the tarmac. We're on the old main road, the one that collapsed in the 1970s, and to get up to the point where we were, you would have to go to that track up behind me. This is the entrance to Odin's Mine. It is the oldest named lead mine in Derbyshire, and it was first mentioned in the 12th century. And some people naturally think the name Odin comes from the Norse god, and so there may well have been a mine here in the Saxon times also. Unfortunately, we can't get any closer because there's been recent rockfalls, so we just have to look at it from afar. But it did supply, for many years, it supplied half of the lead mined in this area. This is a 19th century crushing circle for Odin's Mine. And the horses would pull the big wheels, stone wheels, and upright, those wheels would have been upright, and they would be crushing the lead ore. And then when it had been crushed, it was washed and then smelted to get out the lead. And in the 19th century there was 140 people employed from Castleton doing this, including women and children. And out of the mine came half of Castleton's lead.